One of my favorite types of fly fishing is prospecting up a Class A native brook trout stream or wild brown trout stream with an Elk Hair Caddis. The nice thing about the Elk Hair Caddis is it can be modified. You can change the body color to suit any caddis that you have in the waters near your home. Sometimes I'll tie this in a brown for the grandums. Sometimes I'll use orange later in the fall for the October caddis. And today we're going to tie up an olive caddis, and I'm using a size 14 standard dry fly hook with olive brown thread, 70 denier, and I'm going to start by attaching my thread about 2/3 of the way up the hook shank. Next I'm going to tie in a section of fine gold wire. If you have ultra wire at home, then use the extra small. That would be the equivalent diameter that I'm using. And for the body, I'm going to use superfine dry fly dubbing in olive. And in the case of bodies on your Elk Hair Caddis, it's truly an example of less is more. Try to get just a very nice, flat, even body without too many lumps in it. You know, some aren't going to hurt, but the better that you can make your body, the smoother you can make it, the better that your hackle is going to lay down over top of that dubbing, so that instead of jutting at all different angles, those barbels will actually be sticking perpendicular out from the hook shank. Next I'm going to use some whiting size 14 dry fly hackle. This is from a 100 pack. I love these 100 packs. It's a great way to get a variety of colors to tie any fly that I want without spending a fortune on expensive capes or saddles. And they're really high quality feathers. I'm just going to trim this. Give me a tie-in point. Now as I palmer this hackle over the body, I'm having the concave side face toward the bend of the hook. And this is a light brown hackle, and I like the lighter color on this pattern. Sometimes dark brown is just too dark. Once we've reached the end of our dubbing, I'm going to make a few wraps with our gold wire. I'm just going to wrap that up through the hackle. Trying not to catch too many barbs along the way, although it is going to happen. That wasn't too bad. Secure that. And I'm going to trim my feather there. Now you could also trim up some of these other loose strands there, but or just keep them. It adds to the bugginess of the fly. The trout aren't going to care. When you're choosing which body hair to use, just make sure that you're selecting body hair where the hair fibers are equal length. This will really help you stack the hair better in your hair stacker and align those tips. As you can see on this one on the left, the hair is from a different part of the body of the animal. So the tips are real long and thin, and they're all uneven. So that is not good hair for Elk Hair Caddis. Whereas the other on the right, that's a little darker here, those tips are more uniform, so the body hair is all equal length, and that's what you want to look for when you're selecting which hair to use for your caddis wing. And I'm going to take about a half a pencil in thickness here and cut that off and put it in my hair stacker, kind of pull off the fuzzies from the butt section of the hair and put them in the stacker and align those tips. I want to pull these out. You can see the tips are all mostly aligned. Grab those, pull out some of those loose fuzzies. Any strays. And I'm just going to lay that on on the hook shank so that my tips are about even with the bend of the hook. And I'm just going to take 2 loose wraps around there, gathering wraps, and then just pull snug. Go about halfway through the clump. Make another 2 wraps, pull snug. Then I'm going to grab the whole thing, pull it back, and whip finish. Alright, next we're just going to take our whole clump of the butt sections of this hair, gather it all into one kind of cylinder, pull it forward, and I'm going to trim it so that it's just a little bit past the eye of the hook. Yeah, and that's kind of big, but I'll push that back, and there you go. You know, you can trim this even smaller if you like, but I do like it big like this. I think it just helps make it even more buoyant. So there you go. There is the Elk Hair Caddis, and I tie these in sizes 12 down to 18, and I use them not just for prospecting those Class A streams, but anytime that I'm in need of a good caddis pattern, this is usually the first one I grab. This one is a good one. Catch you next time.